Well, hey weirdos, Scotty G here. It is Veterans Day, and I'd like to wish all of my fellow veterans a very happy Veterans Day. I hope that you're spending the day doing something you enjoy. I hope you're reflecting on your service and great country we live in. As for me, I'm looking back on a very blessed life. I spent 10 years active duty in the Army as an infantryman, and I spent another 11 years in the National Guard, so I did a total of 21 years of service. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been a hoot. I saw the world, saw a lot of things I didn't want to see, and I saw a lot of things that were really cool. So yeah, I would never regret or trade my time in the Army for anything. I also, after that, I did another 25 years in law enforcement, which I'm wrapping up the end of now, so I'm very close to retirement. So planning to hike the Appalachian Trail as soon as I retire, or shortly thereafter. As soon as Miss Laura gets herself retired also, which will be about the same time as me. So that's what we're planning for. That's what we're training on. But, the two things, my military service and my dream of hiking the Appalachian Trail, definitely go hand in hand. I may have said this before, but when I was in the Army, I went through the Army's Ranger School, and I did that in the summer of 1992. And while I was going through the mountain phase of Ranger School, there's a part of the training area, which is kind of where Dahlonega and Mount Yonah and the trail goes through that area, through the forest there, and that's where Hawk Mountain Shelter. That's I encountered that, and I don't know if I'd ever heard of the Appalachian Trail before that, but it definitely imprinted in my mind at that point. Had a brief conversation with some hikers that were staying at the shelter. Of course, we weren't supposed to mix with the civilians, but we had a brief chat. And they said they were hiking. I can't remember if they said they were through hiking or they were section hiking or what, but I remember them saying that the trail went all the way from Georgia to Maine, and I was impressed with that. But looking back on it, when I would have been in the mountain phase, probably would have been late June, so they would have been too late to be through hikers. So they were probably section hikers, but it doesn't matter. It was still an encounter I had with somebody on the AT, and I was very impressed with it. And ever since then, I'd always thought about it. It had been in the back of my mind and thinking, wow, that'd be something that'd be really cool to do. Years go by, stayed in the Army a while, I got out, raised a family, did my law enforcement career and all that. And here, in the last year and a half, 2 years or so, I started getting in shape serious, and I started thinking about what am I going to do with myself when I retire? I don't want to be some fat guy sitting on the couch just watching TV waiting to die. There's no fun in that. I wanted some adventure, seek some adventure, have some good times out in the world and see what's out there. So we went to the Grand Canyon, and we took our two youngest kids with us, and we hiked some of the South Rim. We did some hiking at Mesa Verde. We did some hiking around Santa Fe and Roswell, and I thought, this is pretty cool. This is something I could get into. So then I started getting back into my old, Ranger fitness thing a little more seriously. I started losing weight, started getting serious about it, cut back on drinking, started eating right, and just thinking, I'm gonna have some adventures. So we started talking about the Appalachian Trail and decided it's something we wanted to try. So we set a goal. We started training for it. And we've done some pretty cool stuff since we, set our minds to it. We did the Mammoth March. That was 20 miles in less than 8 hours. We've done the Goodwater Loop in 3 days, which I posted recently about that. We did another section of the Goodwater Loop just a couple days ago. We've done some good hiking at Brazos Bend State Park, and we're just really getting motivated. And we have some bigger things lined up and planned, and I just can't wait to get back out on the trail again and just go have some fun. It's going good, like anybody else planning a trip. I'm hyper fixating on everything that's out there on YouTube as I get ready for the trail, and going through gear and going down rabbit holes on the internet about the best gear and the techniques and tried and true methods for how far to walk and where to resupply and how to do this, that, and the other. And I think the best advice I've gotten from anybody is just get what you can get what works for you, and get out there and make it happen. It's mostly a mind game. Now I look back when I was in the Army, going on long road marches and humps and Ranger school. I went through sniper school and jungle training and did a lot of that HUA stuff. it's a mind game. You know, you set your mind to it, you can do it. And I have the same feeling about the Appalachian Trail. Getting myself in better shape. If I set my mind to it, I can do it. So if you're one of the few people that are watching this, I know I don't have a huge following on YouTube or anywhere on social media. I don't have a big footprint, and that's fine. I just like talking, so I'm gonna talk. And if anybody listens, that's cool. And if you don't, well, I'm still out here just talking. So anyway, I hope you'll follow us along. I encourage you to get out and do something fun. You see a veteran today, thank them for what they've done. It's not always easy. In fact, it's not easy. Military life can be, but at times it's not. So we've been through a lot in the last 24 years, since 9/11 especially, and the years before that, and the years that are coming. Your veterans, they set their life aside to go serve, and everybody's got their own reasons for doing it. I know for me, coming out of high school, there was no way I was going to be a college kid because I had way too much wild party in me, and I needed to be in the military. Had I not gone to the military, I'd never be a cop now, so there's that. Anyway, I'm glad I went in the military. My reasons were get out of my little hometown and go straighten myself out. Other people had their own reasons, but it doesn't matter. The end result is it changes you. It definitely changed me for the better. I wouldn't be the man I am if I weren't. And I wouldn't be sitting here talking about hiking the Appalachian Trail if I hadn't have done that. So there you are. Anyway, I hope to see you out on the trail somewhere. I hope to see you around. If you see me somewhere, say, hey, Scotty G, what's up? I do morning tea with Scotty G. I'm out there. I have a little cult following here in my little town, which is cool. I enjoy it. People greet me with, hey, Scotty G, morning tea, good morning, weirdo, stuff like that. I like it. I love hearing it. So if you're one of the people watching this, feel free to like and subscribe, follow in any way you can, tell people about Scotty G Hikes, but mostly just embrace life. Savor the moment, have a good time with whatever you're doing. Just get out there and enjoy your life. You know, God gave you this life. He didn't give it to you to live boring, humdrum, bitter, depressed, angry. He gave it to you to live abundantly. Get out there, grab life, live abundantly, have adventures. Give God the glory and have a great day. If you like what you hear, and like and subscribe, follow me, whatever. Scotty G Hikes, morning tea with Scotty G. Good morning, weirdos. I'm out there. Y'all have a great day. Happy Veterans Day. Stay blessed. We'll see you down the trail.